yeah, recording started. If you're wondering what's going on in this video, I decided, since there are people role-playing as the Budsforbuddies pets and Budsforbuddies family, which, oddly enough, the toxic abuse community doesn't seem to understand that happens. I'm looking at you, Silent Wolf. I decided I'm going to try and make my own canon-accurate Budsforbuddies character as a human. Now, the ones we could do it for are dead 1-month-old fox pup Cyrus, Arizona, who's now in the woods, his partner, Delaware, one of the two, Colorado or Kansas, two foxes of the Arizona pack that sadly passed away. We could do Midnight, who is Kaiser's dragon, Akio, a demon fox that really has no owner. She just hangs with the Budsforbuddies family randomly. We could do Lofa, who is the deaf one, Kaito, who I think might be a part fish. I have no clue. All I know is he has a forked blue tongue. And that's making me think he has fish-like abilities. And the one that's physically disabled that everyone thinks is able-bodied. And when I mean everyone, I talk about some Roxan from some of his role players and the toxic abuse community. Yes, I spoiled the name. We're doing Roxan. I assume he is young, but I do not know his age. So we first have to make him around the color. It's more noticeable. Now, let's give him hair. Note, he is the only one of the Budsforbuddies Phoenix to actually have an accurate ear size. And like I said, this video is going to be not sped up, because I want y'all to hear my voice when talking about this. But let's just get some things out of the way. I left the toxic abuse community. You might be wondering why. Well, it's essentially a bunch of teenagers that have a sick pleasure in abusing children and animals. And if you say, oh, it's probably not, they constantly abuse the Budsforbuddies fennec foxes despite them doing what they've been trained to do, / acting on a trauma response for the one I'm doing, i.e. Roxan. Remember, he's missing an arm because of dogs. That's an important thing that no one seems to remember. And the oldest person in the Budsforbuddies family is Buds, and she's 10. And people don't seem to have a problem killing her. Now you might be saying, oh, it's just because her. No, it's the entire family. And for context, Kai is 8 and depicted as someone who is willing to get into romantic relationships with animals, which he's an 8-year-old. It doesn't change the fact I hate him the most, but he's an 8-year-old. He doesn't know any better. He's just copying his sister along with another sick freak he possibly saw. Kaiser and Kaylee are 6 years old, respectively. So, yeah, they're just copying their older siblings. And Katie, who is the one you really can't make a case for because she's fucking 2 years old. You can't make a case to justify harming her. Yet I've seen people willingly smash that baby's head into a wall repeatedly. And it wasn't until call-outs by Red Tiger and not Trey did I realize how mentally fricked up the community was. And I'm no saint either. Not only did it take me till I was almost 17 to realize how fucked the community was, but I also supported what they were doing for most of my 16 years as a 16-year-old. So yeah. Just remember, the reason I left the community was because it was proven to be toxic AF. Also, the final straw was finding out that frickin' Acoustic was a pedo. Yeah, you might have deleted those videos, but once someone who takes sick pleasure in child SA, if the child does something they don't know any better, you're always going to be like that. You and Harry Draco, who is someone who used to have a TikTok that I despise immensely, are one and the same with your sick love of freaking child SA. Also, apparently she made Vor, which, honestly, that's not, compared to the Budsforbuddies videos she made, that's not that bad. Number one, technically some animals, IRL Vor living animals, it's just not fetishized then. And number two, I ended up discovering Pokemon Vor as a child, and that definitely messed me up to a degree. Like, I'm neutral on it. I know it's bad, but I still somewhat enjoy it, and I don't know why. So yeah. But other things, Sophic, I'm not forgiving you because you're number one. You did some messed up stuff. I don't have to forgive you for that, Ish. You need to learn. Not everyone's going to forgive you, and you have to live with that. And number two, the apology, you made, I don't think I can even classify it as an apology because it sounded so guilt-trippy. You did not want to do it. You just didn't want to lose fans. Also, to the Budsforbuddies hate page younger sister, we know Kaylee isn't nice. People have AUs. And to Silent Wolf, we are aware those aren't the real ones. I have talked to 5 Janice accounts on Wattpad. And these aren't different Janices. These are the same Janices. Fuck freaking Sanderside's deceit Janice. I am very aware of role players. You do not seem to be aware of them, though. Which is sad. Actually, can we just throw the whole toxic abuse community concept out the window and just go with the toxic police? Just something better than same premise as heat police, except they're not showing the full videos and they're not beating 10-year-olds to death. Yeah. Can we go with that, please? Because that's possibly a better concept than the toxic abuse community. Yeah, I think I finally settled on a front hit. How long has this actually been going on for? Wrong one. Damn. I spent a full 7 minutes ranting. Yeah, we're going to break this. We're going to stop recording and then immediately re-record after, so there's going to be a part 2. I didn't realize I spent that long ranting on how messed up the toxic abuse community was. I apologize.